Hey guys, it's Nate, aka TheFutAccountant. Welcome back to the channel. We just had the best SBC of FC26 in the Arda Güler card last weekend, but with Ratings Reload Team number 2 coming out tomorrow, the leaks are looking insane once again, especially with the SBCs. Now, speaking of Ratings Reload Team 2, these cards that EA teased here, we've got the full team leaked with official stats that we're going to look at today, and EA even told us about some more content for Ratings Reload 2, and that is an evolution that is inspired by a cover star on FC26. I think that Evo might be this weekend, by the way. So there's a lot to discuss with that. And of course, we have to talk about the market, guys. With Division Rivals rewards today and the Hero Pack yesterday, we're going to look at price movements and see where things could be going today. Now, that's the intro. Let's get into things, guys. If you're excited for the video, drop a thumbs up on it, hype the video, and subscribe if you're new. Welcome to the first TFA Away Days video of FC26, and welcome to the inside of a cabin in northern Michigan that somehow has an internet connection good enough to upload this video and to get in the menus of this game. It's tough out here though, barely any service. Let's get into yesterday's content first of all with evolutions from the Wednesday drop, where we had a leaked Evo before the content drop that had a lot of hype for a right wing evolution, and the Evo actually dropped and it wasn't that crazy. We have the right wing Dynamo Evo, but it's a decent one. It's free, doesn't upgrade the overall, but it gives some interesting stat boost. And what I like about this one are the stat caps. Max 82 right wing, max 3 positions, and look at those stat caps there. Agility up to 85, balance up to 84. You get inside forward plus at right wing and right mid, I believe. Also dribbling stat up to 86, ball control up to 86 as well. Those are higher stat limits for an Evo like this that doesn't upgrade your overall. This is a great Evo for like a few cards, but a lot of the wingers that you and I might be wanting to put into this probably already have pretty good agility and balance. So technically this might be the best Evo for some of those taller, less agile type of wingers, or maybe it's a striker who has a right wing position as well. There you see us getting kicked off the game. I'm telling you guys, the connection is kind of cooked. We'll try to log back in here, but that Evo is nice that it's free, and I do think that in some areas it can create some nice cards. Now, let's talk about the SBCs, and we're just going to go to Footbin for this one because it looks like we may not be able to get back into the game for a second. But we have an SBC yesterday that is probably the best value, you could maybe say, of the game. I mean, 19,000 coins for a card that is statistically on par with Arda Güler, this Tovan Player of the Month. I was not expecting Tovan Player of the Month until Thursday today, because that's usually when Liga Player of the Months get released, at least I thought, but alas, we have the SBC yesterday, and it's a great card, right? Tiki Taka Technical Dead Ball Finesse Shot, no playstyle pluses, and he does have a 3-star weak foot, but for 19,000 coins, like, you can't say no to that, honestly. You can't say no to that SBC. It's 82% upvoted, and I will vote to upvote that SBC as well. Look, it didn't even have time to register my vote. Wow, it's so slow out here. But that's a good SBC for sure. And also, of course, we got to talk about the Max 87 Hero Pack. We're back in the game now. The thing with this Hero Pack that we were wondering is what's going to be different about it? Well, it's Max 87 instead of 86, and EA kept the requirements almost the exact same. Instead of needing a team of the week in the 85 squad, they moved that to the 86 squad, and there's no 87 rated player requirement. So this SBC is literally the exact same price that the Max 86 hero was. Now it says repeatable down there, but it's actually still only completable once right now. We have to wait until next Wednesday. We'll be able to do it again. That's an interesting little timer there, that it's out for 11 more days or 10 days and however many hours, but it's going to be repeatable next Wednesday. I don't know why EA switched it up like that this week. I'm sure we'll figure it out at some point, but that is, honestly, if you're going to do a hero pack and a gamble pack, EA's making this one pretty enticing, especially with the 87 rated cards being a part of it. I'm still going to pass, especially with some of the leaked Evos that we have, or leaked SBCs that we have upcoming. But let's talk about fodder really quick too, because fodder was, of course, a big investment for a lot of people. 86s, people are buying under 7K, a good bit under 7K. They peaked, it looks like most of them, around 7.3 to 7.4 yesterday, right around the content drop. And then they did drop a little after that, and they're still kind of right near that 7,000 coin mark, 7.1K. So it wasn't a crazy market rise at all on the fodder side of things, especially as I was looking at some of the 85s, the 87s, and the 88s too. They didn't go up a ton. So if you sold right around the content drop, I think that was a good decision. But also, if you're still holding on to those and you're hoping for more profit today, I think you just would want to take the cash before marquee matchups and that little bit of supply hits the market today. That'd be my advice if you still have some fodder left over. Of course, you probably don't want to hold fodder into Friday unless we have a huge SBC that comes out right after content that is like, I mean, even Arda Güler last week was so cheap that it didn't make fodder go up that much. How is an SBC going to be more hyped than Arda Güler and make fodder move? So what I would tell you is probably sell that fodder before, especially Friday weekend league rewards, a couple hours after content. There's going to be some supply coming in from that, I would imagine. So fodder, probably a decent time to sell. And if, it didn't go up that much, but you're at least still making coins on this part of the market in a week where a lot of the rest of the market went down. Now, speaking about the rest of the market, I was obviously very curious to see how hero prices moved yesterday. I don't think they went crazy. Like maybe if you did this SBC, didn't pack the hero you wanted, some people would go back to the market and buy that hero that they thought they were going to hit, like Yaya Toure, maybe even somebody like Harry Kewell, or not even an 87 rated like Aloe. And as I'm looking around some of the heroes right now in the market, from what I see, they have gone back up a little bit, not like they've exploded. I don't think there was a ton of panic even on these hero cards heading into the SBC. There we go. We're getting kicked out of Ultimate Team again. It's not a server thing, man. This is a complete internet problem here for me. But I think the heroes were maybe a decent place to trade yesterday, but it wasn't like anything super crazy. Now, last thing from yesterday's content definitely is the team of the week, with the Aubameyang card for me probably being the most interesting. He got the double boost, the star on his card to denote that extra featured boost for him. You've got a Rodrigo card, Salah in here, Gakpo. It's a decent team of the week. It is. I will say though, a lot of these cards that I've started looking at, like Rodrigo's 268k, his max price is 300,000. Aubameyang's 117, his max price is 150. I don't really want to trade with those, even though they're very rare, and trading the team of the weeks on Wednesdays when they drop and Thursdays has been pretty profitable this year. I just personally think I'd maybe be careful with these because their price ranges are not that high above what their actual prices are right now. But if you remember last week, like the Luis Diaz card did very, very good on Thursday. I think they dropped a little bit with rewards. There wasn't a lot of supply with rewards as always, but I think they dropped. So maybe you could trade with a Aubameyang, a Gakpo, Rodrigo, or maybe even a Mahrez today if things worked out well. And if you saw a bit of drops in price, and then maybe there's a little potential to rise up from there. So that's a little more of a risky trade, and you would not want to hold on to this team of the week for very long, but it's something you could do. Now, speaking of rivals rewards in the market today, of course, my eyes are set on these Ratings Reload Team 1 cards. In my opinion, I think Team 1 of Ratings Reload is clear. After we look at the leaks and look at a couple of the cards in Team 2, I haven't seen a whole bunch of the leaks except for like some of the ones that are here in game. So it will be a live reaction from me on some of those cards. But I just think this team has so many big names in it that I'm really interested to know if these cards are going to go up. And I think if you do want to pick one up for your team, today's probably the day to do so. I know their prices have gone up, of course, since the crazy Monday market crash, but this is the last day that they're in packs. And these cards don't seem to be getting packed a whole lot. Like to some degree, there's a decent number of them on the market, but like whenever I look at that Olise card and I see how few Olises are on the market, or Eze as well, both of these guys are really rare, it makes me want to invest in them because these are just big name players that people are always trying to chase after in this game to get a version of these guys. And their stat boost, the upgrades for this reload promo is really, really good, which is why I think these cards, if you want to get one for your team, you probably got to pull the trigger and get the card today. Now, how much are we expecting these to go up? I don't think they're going to go like crazy up. But a few of these could move a good bit. I would be really careful on a guy like Oscar Bob. He's going to be very supplied. But on the other side, I kind of do like Kubarsi, except for the fact that we have a Dean Hyson SBC released that's incoming, that's leaked. So maybe not. I don't know. Like there's things when I look at this team, I'm like, ooh, I really like Olise, Eze, Ekitike, McTominay, really like some of those. But then on the other hand, I can also find reasons to say I don't like those. So I'm not going to be investing in these personally, especially because I'm not watching the market super close or like needing one of these for my team. But if you do, I think you pull the trigger and you just go for it before they go out of packs, and then just be careful with their prices this weekend for sure. Now the rest of the market today, of course, we had the big rise, the huge rise in prices on Tuesday, and prices yesterday and Wednesday, as I was doing a quick scroll through and looking at a bunch of these cards, looked like they stayed pretty stable. Like Reinders was maybe 100K right at the content drop, and then he's now down to like 93, 94, but like nothing crazy. What would he do today on Thursday after rewards? Maybe just jump back up to somewhere around that 98, 99K range. I'm not expecting big rises today. I'm really not. Last week on Thursday didn't show us huge rises in the market, and since we had the big bounce back from earlier this week, which I think was the point where a lot of people who are market savvy bought a lot of teams, today you're not going to see as much of a rise there, but I still think you can make some flips. I bought a couple of players. I went for more out of packs type cards. I actually bought some gold Salma Parluelos at like 87K on bid, and a couple of Julian Alvarez at 60K on bid as well, because their gold cards are out of packs, so I was just going for that. But also just watch the low budget today. Low budget cards, like still some of the Madrid links that Arda Güler would be useful for in people's teams. Some of these guys could go up a little bit more today. I'm not expecting crazy results though on those, but if you want something risk-free, check out of pack special cards. Ratings, not ratings reload, but team of the weeks 4, 3, 2, and 1, and then cornerstones teams 1 and 2. Those would be great cards and way less riskier cards to watch because they're out of packs, and all it takes, is a couple cards to get bought. That card goes up a bit. People are like, oh my goodness, the card is spiking. Maybe, it just gets pumped a little bit, whatever it may be. Like, these are cards that are more rare. Absolutely keep an eye on some of them. So that's the situation with the market, and what I would say for Thursday Rivals rewards today. I'm not putting a ton of coins into investments because I don't have a ton of time to trade out here. But let's get into the real news, guys, and that is this right here. Ratings reload team 2 official stats. I can't wait to look at the SBCs with you guys, man, because it makes me want to save my fodder and 100% not do the hero pack. Like, I wasn't expecting to do the hero pack, but I'm like now convinced after seeing the SBC leaks. Now, on the official squad here for this team, I don't know how this is. Can I open link in new tab? No? Okay. Ooh, open image in new tab. How zoomed in can we get here? I want to be able to zoom. Whoa, see, man, I'm telling you guys. Command plus. Oh, let's go. We can use the laptop. All right, we got Bunny Shaw with low driven. We have De Bruyne, Messi, and Yildiz on that top row look crazy. 93 passing for KDB with a very nice pace boost up to 77 with, of course, the all-important incisive. He's going to be expensive. Messi with finesse, going to be insane. Yildiz looks unreal. Technical plus, by the way, that's a playstyle plus. I think his inform does not have one. Big boost there for him. 90 dribble and 89 pace is crazy. Due with quick step instead of trickster, I think makes his card maybe more desirable to most people. Soboslai with dead ball and nuts stats. Lauren James looks very good. Grimaldo looks usable. I'd love to see his playstyles, though, for sure. Lenny Yoro looks very good, too, with that 80 pace, 86 defending, and 83 physical. We've got Anthony with a very solid card. Basha, I love Basha in game, man. You guys, if you've watched the streams, know she's so good. She is so good. She keeps whipped past plus, but it is what it is. Dumfries is always one of the most meta right backs in the game. That's going to be an interesting card. And then Bayer and Conceição both look like cheaper cards that are going to be very good on a lower budget. And then in the bottom row here, you've got a good bit of fodder. You've got a Messi troll. Of course, EA had to do this, right? I know Messi's right wing, and he's not a cam, but this Ojeda is a Argentinian cam in the MLS, so thanks for that one, EA Sports. And then we've got Crystal Dunn. She is Hullet Gang, 85. How is that an 85 rated card? That looks insane. When I look at this team, though, I do look back at Ratings Reload Team 1, and I think, I think these cards are clear. Not that it's like crazy clear, but I think that they are clear. So that makes me a little more interested in Team 1 in terms of an out-of-packs investment. But we'll just have to see how that shakes up and how that goes down. But let's keep going with the leaks because this is where it gets really good. Okay, guys, I know it's kind of early, by the way. All these leaks are from yesterday on Wednesday, which is like, maybe the leakers knew this team wasn't that sick, so they're like, okay, we're not going to hype it up. We're just going to post about it. I don't know. But Joao Pedro is the first SBC leak that we have to look at today. And I think this is one that maybe ends up being the most underwhelming. I really do. I know it's a Chelsea Brazilian striker. He's got a lot of hype, and his card in game could be really good. Those are his official stats, by the way. Big boost all the way around. You could say deserved boost as well. Plus 8 passing. I think he's going to have striker and center attacking mid. But here's why I say this SBC may not be that good. It needs to be cheap. I'm talking like less than Arda Güler, honestly. Like 50K, 60K for this card. You're like, nah, Nate, there's no way. There's probably not a way. This is Premier League tax, as we call it. He's probably going to be over 100,000 coins. But the playstyles are the big thing, right? He has rapid base, I think, only on his base gold card. And Foot Police said here that he's got finesse, rapid, and press proven. If he only has 3 base playstyles, that is not good enough. He needs to have more at this stage of the game. And he's an 86 rated, so it's not like you can evolve him and put more playstyle pluses or even playstyle regulars on the card. So that's kind of my take there on the Joao Pedro. A interesting player choice from EA and a very big boost, but I think unless you're a Chelsea fan or a Brazilian or just filling out like a Premier League squad or something, this may be a skip unless he's super cheap. Now, this is what really gets me excited, bro. The end of an era card design has been added to the code, and that just means that there's an end of an era SBC that's incoming soon, right? So, this card design, just to talk about it for a second first, I think I kind of like the earlier years a little bit better. Like, this is not bad. Don't get me wrong. It's not bad. But last year's design in FC 25 was phenomenal. And this one does look good. I mean, we'll just have to wait and see if those like triangle that look like tiles, if those like shimmer or something on the card, we could be, you know, that could be pretty sick. They're doing more of that this year, it seems, with the card design. That's just a small thing, though. It's still cool. And really what it is just hype. Because end of an eras are some of the most sought after players that we get each year in terms of SBCs on FC. And right now there's 2 big names. There's Sergio Busquets and there's Jordi Alba in terms of end of eras. There's probably some other ones as well, but specifically both being on Inter Miami, linking to Lionel Messi, Messi getting a promo card this weekend, the MLS season coming to an end. You know, it's both of these. Come on, EA, could we get both Busquets and Jordi Alba? Imagine like an SBC that you could do twice that was a player pick between the two. You could do it once and pick one, or do it twice and get both and use them. Oh, that would be legendary stuff. We're hoping that that's the case. We have no official leaks on who the end of an era is right now. Those are the 2 best names that are thrown out there. Could be a number of others for sure. I also want to throw out a name that probably nobody wants to hear, but I saw Twitter yesterday, some posts about Brad Guzan. I think he had a promo card in Cornerstones earlier this year, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he just announced his retirement from the MLS as well. So, you know, there's probably some other players. Maybe drop them down below in the comments if there's other end of an era type players that you'd like to see. But that's just exciting because last year, end of an era Varane, end of an era Alex Morgan. They were insane cards, great value, and just crazy in game. That's the hope for whoever gets this SBC. There's no leak of who it is yet, but we'll be watching very closely for that. And then here is another SBC that I'm very excited about. And I'm a Spurs fan. But like, EA's choosing 2 of the biggest young center back / defenders in the world. 2 of the biggest names. And they're doing a player pick SBC for them. Like, that's just kind of hype. Calafiori and Dean Huyson from Real Madrid. Calafiori's card looks a little better in my opinion, but I think Dean Huyson might be kind of OP in game. Surely he's going to have at least the jockey base playstyle. The way that this looks right now, I mean, Calafiori will probably be able to play left back too, which is maybe why people want to use him. A little bit more of a versatile figure there. But man, that's a big player pick, and I wouldn't mind if this was the Friday SBC instead of Joao Pedro. I think it will be Pedro, but this looks really, really good. I think this has a lot of potential, and it's kind of the reason why I don't want to buy Cuti Romero's card. If I look at the ratings reload team number 1, he's in there. He's only 40,000 coins. That looks pretty cheap to me, but then I think, oh wait, we've got this SBC incoming, and that is probably going to be a very highly completed SBC if the price is decent. Of course, always comes down to the price for sure and stuff like this, but that's big. 80 pace, 82 dribbling for a center back. That cannot go unnoticed as well. With 85 defense and 86 physical, it comes down to the play styles from here, but that's going to be a big one right there. And last but not least, we got to talk about it. We mentioned it in the intro. I'm still over here, by the way, trying to log into the game, guys. I was in the game for like 30 minutes before this, and now I can't get in. Anyways, this is what EA tweeted yesterday about, I think, the Evo we're going to get this weekend. Take your midfield to the next level, just like Jamal Musiala. Play FC26 by November 1st to unlock an exclusive evolution. But it's a little misleading because you have to read the graphic here. You have had to play FC25 and FC26 before November 1st to get this evolution inspired by Jamal Musiala's flawless footwork. It's going to be an evolution that gives you technical plus and 5-star skill moves. This is exactly like the Jude Bellingham cover star Evo that we had last year, if you remember that one. I don't even think I completed that Evo. I let it sit in my, rewards or cosmetics section of evolutions because it gave Relentless Plus, and I never found anybody that really was worthy of that Evo. Now this one, 5-star skills and Tech Plus, seems like it could be a lot better. But the question is, when is it going to get released? I don't know if we know the date, but all it says is play those games before November 1st, which means I think EA's tweeting about this because it's going to drop this weekend, and you just have to have played 25 and 26 before then, because this is technically a club members reward. It's a very exclusive sort of thing. I mean, most of us have probably played 25 and 26. Technically, if you hadn't played 25, I guess you're cooked, unless this is kind of saying that if you played FC25 before November 21st or November 1st of 2025, maybe you could get FC25 right now and play it. That's probably not worth it. But it all comes down to, you see Nick here with the funny comment, right? Max 82 rated, ha ha ha. Like, probably, man. That's kind of how the Evos feel. We'll just have to see what this ends up being. I think the Jude Bellingham Evo back in FC25 was a max 83 evolution, so it might be max 82 or max 83 for this one, but watch out for more leaks and news on this. I personally do believe that this could be dropping tomorrow on Friday on this game. We'll just have to see. Now, to close out the video, last thing, we do have an SBC we're expecting today for Thursday content. That'd be Bethune. Don't think we've seen her card yet. NWSL card, and then marquee matchups, and then it's just about the Rivals rewards. I did not get the upgraded Rivals rewards, unfortunately, but at least we got something. We got the base reward, and I did buy a couple cards, as I mentioned. I may try to get a little active on the market once more. But yeah, I'll watch the market pretty close into the video tomorrow. I'll be very curious to see how the market moves today. If it does move up good with Rivals, or if it doesn't move a whole bunch at all. I'm thinking it won't move a whole lot because of the week that we've had so far, but we will just have to see. Anyways, I'll stop yapping, guys. Thank you for watching the video today. I appreciate every single one of you, and I wish that I could have been on the game a little bit more. I don't have any packs to open or anything like that, but, you know, it's just nice to see the game when you're watching the video. So, I will catch you guys for one more video from a TFA away day tomorrow, and then we'll be back for the Friday streams and ready for Ratings Reload Team number 2. If you enjoyed this one, drop a thumbs up on it, comment below if you have any questions, and subscribe if you're new. It's been TheFutAccountant. Have a great Thursday. Good luck on your rewards. Peace out.